Hello you guys, welcome. I'm Parshvika. Welcome to the channel. We talk a lot about self-improvement, feminine energy, manifestation, relationship stuff. Today I want to talk about the reality. There are so many different versions of you exist and you can choose and pick out whichever one you would like to choose. So I'm going to elaborate on this topic a little bit more. If you want to know more about this topic, it's definitely going to help you. So let's dive in. Give this video a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more such videos. We have the two courses. The first is the feminine energy, masculine energy course. To know about these energy, the link is in description. The second course is about manifesting and attracting the relationship that you deserve. The links are in description. You can check it out. Anyways, let's talk about the parallel realities. Guys, if you have watched a show, it was on the Apple TV, The Dark Matters. If you have watched that show, in that show they were talking about the different doors of the realities. The main actor, the lead role in the show, the actor was opening the gates, was opening the doors, and how he feels, like if he is like tensed or stressed or worried, and if he opened the gate, then the version of him comes, or the reality opens up that was like not that appealing, not that good. In fact, in that show, one time he opened the gate and he was feeling so bad that there's a lot of the water come from that reality and is like almost drowned. And then he realized that he has to be in the pure energy. He has to be relaxed and calm while opening the door. Otherwise, he'll gonna land into the reality that's not gonna, that's he doesn't want. Okay, the reality would be like not he wants, right? It's not gonna be that good. Okay, so that's why he was like, okay, meditating and focusing on his breathing calm, getting him to the peace state, and then open the gate, and then the reality comes which he wanted to go a gate. And there were like so many infinite gates in that show. The same thing exists in the real world, guys. There's so many parallel versions of you. Now in that movie they actually elaborate so well with the opening of the gates, but that really happened in the real world as well. But of course you don't see the gate like that, but then there are so many parallel versions of you, so many infinite versions of you that you can pick up and you can choose right now, and you can start living that reality right now, and that will going to translate into your 3D. But you gotta choose, you gotta decide what reality you want to be part of, which version you want to be part of, and you want to be in that version. Okay, so when you are in that version, whatever that version that has everything that you want, will be more calm, more peaceful, more happy, more excited, right? So you gotta be in that state of energy, and from that state of energy you're gonna be in that version. So you can switch the versions, whichever one you like this, okay? With the clip sounds or whatever. I'm just using as a metaphor here, but you can switch like this. You can just instantly think or wake up one day and you're like, okay, I'm tired with the version that I'm living right now. I want to live with the version that is more happy, more excited, living with more purposeful, more fulfilling. And I want to be that version. And you can flip like that. Okay, I'm this version right now. And you can flip and you start behaving like that. You start thinking the thoughts like that. You start feeling the emotions that that version will going to be feeling. And sooner or later, your 3D will gonna automatically change according to that, because based on who you are. Just like you can take in the example from the show, like based on his energy, whether he was in calm, peaceful, happy, or stressed or tensed or worried, based on the energy that he was having, based on that energy, when he opened the door, the reality at the back of the door will come up. If he was stressed and he was tense and he opened the gate, then the bad things are there behind the gate. But when he is more calm, more relaxed, more happy, and he opened the gate, then the happy things are there when he opened the gate. So the same thing happens here. So when you actually is like, okay, you're more happy and satisfied, you open the gate for the reality that comes in your life, and that's how the 3D translate into the versions that actually matches the happy version of you, if that make any sense. The same thing happens. You can watch that show. If you have checked it, you can relate to what I'm talking here. If you haven't, I would recommend you to watch that show, because if you want to know more about the manifestation, about the parallel realities, that show literally gonna help you, because it actually uncovering a lot of the different gates a lot of the different parallel realities that could actually help people understand how this world work, what exactly the universe is, how we work, what is the magic, what is the manifestation, spirituality. It's actually helping you a lot, and that show is actually exaggerating on this particular fact, and that's amazing. So based on his energy, the things he imagined in his mind, based on the energy, he opened the gate, and that thing he sees when he opens the gate. The same thing happens here when you are in the energy, like whatever the energy is, based on your energy, based on how you feel, how you imagine, what you think. Based on that, you're going to open the door for the 3D reality that will going to reflect the version of you that you are right now. So whichever version you choose right now, choose it deliberately. Whichever version you want to be in. You can be more specific or elaborative, whatever. It's your life, it's your story, it's your movie. You can do anything. You can be very, very specific. You can be general, broad. The choice is at the end is in your hands, because there's so many parallel versions you're living right now. So many different parallel versions, and you can switch in between like this. You can start living them right now, and the 3D will going to change sooner or later. You don't have to wait for 3D to change, because if you're waiting for 3D to change, that means you're not in that version. Because if you are in that version, you're not going to wait for the things to change, because you know that you already have it. So why would you wait outside? Okay, so you're not waiting, you're just changing yourself, and this will automatically outside will going to change. That's the thing you have to see over here, because often people like switch into the different versions, and then after switching into the version, they come back and then they check the 3D and they tell, hey, I didn't see anything happening in the 3D. I'm still waiting. And I was like, guys, you didn't get it right. Because when you're waiting, you are not in that version, because that version already have the things. It's not waiting. So when you say you're waiting and you're checking the 3D, that means you're not in that version. You are again back into your old version. I've also taken the examples of the actors acting in the movie. The same thing you can apply here. I think I've covered this thing in various of my videos on this channel. You can check them out. But this parallel reality version concept really works, and I feel like it's gonna work really well with you. One thing you gotta understand here, that all versions of you exist right now, and you can switch it into any version. So when you're gonna change your version, the old version of you, the ego, the things from the old version will going to reflect in the new version until the new version totally changes and the 3D totally changes. In the time being, there is a little bit of the time gap or time lapse, whatever you call it. There's a time being, you're gonna be seeing the things are happening maybe outside of you or inside your thoughts. Your ego will going to tell you, hey, go back to the old version. Hey, this new version seems so weird. It's not gonna happen. You're crazy. Did you forget that you lost the job? Did you forget that the person cheated on you? You're not gonna get the relationship you deserve or desire, whatever. Love is very hard. Their thoughts, your ego will going to tell, or the outside surroundings, the outside people in the 3D will going to tell, because that old version is very, very loyal to you, and it's want you to come back again. So it's gonna try to pull you in. So there is like a pulling force. When you're gonna move actively into the new version of you, there is a time gap when the 3D will going to change. There is a time gap between that, and in that time gap, the older version of you will going to try to pull you from new version back into the old version. So you're gonna be hanging tight there and not reacting to the 3D, understanding that it's gonna be there for a while, it's gonna soon end, and the things will going to change what I want. So hopefully this parallel version concept finds you home. Let me know, share your experience. Thank you so much. I'll see you the next time. Bye guys.